slime. What colour slime glitter we'll put in?
Reddish, purplish, silverish, goldish.
Very good. Right. We've got purple, blue, gold, green, a different gold, and what's it? What's the next one? Silver. Go on then. Oh, you've got it all over your dress. Hang on. What have we got? Look at this. We've got slime there, and slime for her, and glittery slime, and slime for her. Look at this glittery slime. Oh, and what must we not do with it? Not on the furniture and not on my carpets. If it's on the furniture and my carpet, oh, there'll be nothing for nobody here. Hi folks, how are you? It's nice to see you again. I hope you've enjoyed the previous. The minute I sit down here, a little cat comes. Hello, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want to say hello to everybody? Hey, yeah, do you? Yeah, do you want to say hello? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, you just come here for kisses and cuddles. Tisses and tuddles. We call it tisses and tuddles. She likes her tisses and tuddles. She's a very shy cat. Doesn't get much, doesn't like to have too much of you fussing on with her. But she likes to come and say hello now and again, don't you? And she likes a tiss and a tuddle. No, you don't like it if I lift you up. Normally she goes on the back of the chair and I have to pull her tail as many times like that. And then we'll have to give her kisses on the face. Oh, I'm now covered in cat hairs. Right, let's start again. Oh, she's back again. As soon as you hear me talking, you come back, don't you? Yes, you do. Right, we'll try again, will we? Yeah. The cat's now gone outside and decided to wander around. Probably is going to look for a little mouse or two to deposit on my doorstep. Much to my annoyance. Well, I shouldn't say annoyance, but I just feel sorry. I keep thinking there's going to be lots of little baby mice waiting for their mummy to come back with some dinner for them, and unfortunately mummy never comes back, and that really upsets me a little bit. I know that that's what cats do, but it does upset me. But anyway, I have been sewing quite a lot, but I haven't got round to showing you them all. Some good ones, some other ones that I don't know that I particularly like. Probably another charity bag job, but someone else will probably like it. But today, what I thought I'd do, I subscribe to this magazine, and it's called Sew Today, and this is my July-August edition that I get. I usually buy it over the year. Yeah, there's one every month, and it's actually by Vogue, Buttrick, McCall's, Vogue patterns, Buttrick patterns, and McCall's patterns. So what I just thought would be quite nice to let you have a little see-through at the reason why I buy it. And it not only does it covers the patterns, but often there's a little bit of information, a nice dressmaking tip section on something that you could do with dressmaking. For example, how to line a jacket, how to assemble a dress. So I'm doing a flick through so you can see exactly what's in this month's edition. But there's also I just think there's some lovely patterns in at the moment. One of the nice ones in this section is the bestseller list. It's called the bestseller list, and that one shows you all the patterns that are the best sellers, and one of them is one I already have, which is on the next page. That one I've made a couple of times. I was in one, I think vlog number 1 or 2, vlog number 2 I think it was, and I like that one. I will do that one again. I think it's really good. It starts with an introduction, and I show basically it's from the editor, but you get the usual adverts telling you about fabrics and things, and I love these adverts. Any newspaper, I like looking at the adverts to see what there is in, whether there's something or someone that I could buy something nice from. And I often, with these, when they've got websites, I often go on the website and see what their fabrics are. I find it's really good. Your well-known makes, Fabricland, Stone Fabrics, Croft Mill, Just So, Linton Direct collection, and then it goes on. This particular section one has about a wedding. Oh, there's a fight going on outside, and then showing you a pattern, the Zandra Rhodes pattern, which is V1484. That's the pattern there. But this one, it shows you what it's like made up in a different fabric, this green fabric, and green and floral, and I think that's beautiful. I like the way it's got a see-through top, and they've got pink on the collar and the cuffs, and not for me, but for a younger person, I think that's fantastic. There's also this one, which is a K Unga one there, which is an outfit. They show it on the pattern in a beige colour, and this lady has made hers in a floral colour. So I think that's quite nice, where it shows you what they're like, how different they are. Then you have more patterns, more adverts, and then you've got the natural beauties section. And this is basically, it often relates to a particular shop. This one is related to McCulloch and Wallace. And McCulloch and Wallace is a shop in London, I believe. Many years ago, when I did fashion and design course, we used to buy a lot of stuff from McCulloch and Wallace. There weren't a great deal of small fabric shops, but we used to get a lot of stuff from there. We used to get our paper, our pattern paper and stuff from there. And this tells you all about the different kinds of fabrics they do, and the prices. Not cheap, some of them. There's some lovely fabrics, but £20 a metre now, to me that's an awful lot of money, but you know, if you're prepared to pay for it, yeah, then that's fine. Linens, £36 a metre. I'm very old school. I think I'm not used to spending that much money on a metre of fabric, so it's a bit difficult to get your head around making something that's going to cost you maybe £200 or £300 if you're buying say 4 or 4 metres. Right. If you're buying 2 or 3. 3, 4, 5, 4, if you're buying 100 to 200 pounds. My maths is not very good. Anyway, it goes on telling you about the live, the Great Sewing Bee, and information about that. Then it goes on telling you in this particular page, this one, it tells you about Balenciaga, the fashion designer, and some of the styles that he did. So it's very good for people who are doing fashion courses. Again, it's not, each month is different. Each time I get one, there's something completely different in it. This particular time they're showing you some of the very old-fashioned adverts that used to be in magazines. They're not current ones. A brief history on synthetic fabrics, telling you a little bit about synthetic fabrics, and then it goes on to talk about grain, the grain of a fabric. And I think that's quite good, because if you're learning and you want to know about the grain of a fabric, it's a good explanation. It tells you all about how to make sure that the grain of your fabric is lying the right way to get the best out of your design, out of your outfit, your garment. So that's a good one. I've mentioned the sporty lace up, which is a pattern there, a Vogue pattern there, nice pattern. It's not doing too much for me there, but I quite like that there. I quite like the way that they've done that with no sleeves and with the lace effect there. They don't have lace there, but what they've done is they've vamped it up. And this is something that, being making your own clothes, you can, if you can change it in some way and just make it look different than the rest. And in that case of the green dress, that's a way of, you know, looking at fabrics and thinking, how can I change it and modify it and have the same pattern as everybody else, but do something completely different that's very eye-catching. And the colour of the fabric, the pattern on the fabric often makes a difference. Colour coordination. I love blacks and I love shocking fuchsia pinks, so I often try and find ways of coordinating those two together. The nice thing about it is you've got the measurements where you can measure and make sure of your size. It covers all sorts of figure types. It covers petite, it covers, I'm reading upside down, I'm not very good at reading upside down, but it covers the different body sizes here. And on the next page it covers the podgy ones like me. More podgy than normal, you know. And it also does the children's sizes, so you can get some idea at a glance without having to get a pattern out to see what the measurement should cover. But there's a little bit about a wedding dress, the pattern of a wedding dress, then going on here to the 1953 archive collection. Dresses, patterns that you've probably seen so many times, but sometimes they're made up in a different way, which gives you an idea of what a different fabric might look like on that same pattern. This section, where if you subscribe to Sew Today, whenever you get a Vogue pattern, you'll be given a little label that you can add to your Vogue pattern that you make, saying handmade with a Vogue pattern. I got one, I've never used that. I'm not so bothered about that. But you also can choose any two free patterns worth up to £30. So that's a nice, you know, that's not bad. And then you can save 40% on patterns all the time that you remain a subscriber. And it's this one, plus the free £1.95 handmade label. It's £8 for every 3 months, which I didn't think was too bad. I pay for a year, and I pay £37.50. Now for that £37.50 I got 2 free patterns, and then up to the value of £30. So that's not bad, because Vogue patterns are quite pricey. And then on this page here, the next page, you've got the prices that you would pay. If you went for a Vogue blue pattern, which is £9, your non-member price is £8.10. Your member price is £5.40, and that, being an older lady, is a massive saving. McCall's, let's take an average one, £8 is the price, non-member price £7.20, member price £4.80, and so on. So I joined this and I took advantage of that, and as I flicked through that I thought, right, what I tend to do is whenever I'm looking at Instagram, or if I'm looking at people's vlogs or whatever, I sometimes come across patterns that I like that somebody's done, and I make a note of the pattern number. And one of them in particular that I liked was this one, which is Butterick Fast and Easy Classics 5948, and I liked it because it covered the sleeveless top, the little short top, the long top, a top with a pocket, and there's so many variations on it, and I thought that was really good. So what I ended up doing, I went to this site, I went to get a pattern, to buy this pattern, and I treated myself to 5 of this. Now you come back to say hello again. Hey, you come back to say hello to everybody. Hey, you're not going to sit on my knee while I'm talking, are you? Yeah. Watch this. This is what she likes me to do. You've got to do this. You've got to do that. I don't know why, but you've got to do that to her. She just loves me doing that, don't you? And then you like it when I go like that. Don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Another tail pull. Another pull the tail. Oh, yes, you do. There you go. Now can I get on with my work? You can let me get on. So I went a bit wild. And I got that one. And then I thought, right, well, I could do a pyjama set with making some pajamas. So I got a Buttrick 6428, which has a dressing gown, pyjama top in three different styles, and trousers, pyjama bottoms in 2 lengths. And I just thought, that's not bad. You know, it's quite nice. And I've decided that I've got a lot of stash that when I bought it, I thought it was lovely. And when I look at it again, I'm thinking, not for me. So I think probably they will be turned into pyjamas or a dressing gown or something for night time. The other one I got, which I thought was lovely, was this one, and this is a McCall's 7323. I liked that one. I thought that was lovely, and I quite like even the style where it's all one colour, or where you turn the pattern around. I thought that was quite novel and quite nice. So I thought I'm going to, I'll make something with that. The next one, it's a bit old lady-ish, but I figured that if I had the right fabric, it wouldn't be too bad. And that's a Quick Sew 3870. They also do Quick Sew 3870. I quite liked, the one I liked was this with the split down the middle. I like tops like that. So I figured if it's in a dark colour, trendy pattern or something, it might look a bit nicer. This one, I haven't got a skirt pattern, so I quite fancied this one. And this is a Buttrick B6249. I like that one. I like it. I like a full skirt, and I quite like the fact that it's not going to be gathered around the waist, because obviously I'm big. I've got a big waist. Well, not a big waist, but I'm a bit hippie, and to put gathers around here, I would probably do this one, View D. But to put gathers around there, when you've got big hips, it doesn't flatter you. So I figured that if it's tightly fitted there and then flares down wider, it'll look a lot nicer. Then this one, I actually saw a neighbour with a dress that I thought was quite nice. It was a denim-y type of dress. And I thought, oh, I'll see if I can find something like that. It wasn't that I wanted to copy it. I just liked the way it seemed to drape and flow. And obviously, I mean, hers would have been a boat dress. So I came across this. And this is another Quick Sew K3955. And I thought that it's like a pinafore type dress, which you could wear with or without a t-shirt underneath. But I just felt it was very practical. It would cover bumps and bulges. I like the fact that it's got a pocket, and I quite fancy making an outfit out of that, a dress out of that. And lastly, I love this one. This is a McCall's M7093, and I just think that's gorgeous. I think it's really nice. I like it because they've used a very thin chiffon on the shoulders there. I'm in the process of making an outfit. I'm making it, I didn't have enough fabric I would have liked to have done that with the long sleeves, but I didn't have enough fabric. So I've done the sleeves in one colour and the bodice in a dog tooth pattern. You'll see that when it's finished. It's come out beautifully. I've still got the hems and things to do, but I'm really looking forward to wearing that, and it seems to hang beautifully on me given my size. So I think I'll be making a lot more of that one. So basically I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 patterns, and I tell a lie, I got 6 patterns because one of them, that one came from another source. 6 patterns, and I think it cost me about £35. So I thought that wasn't bad. That's the cost of a dress or a top or something in the shops, and out of that I'm going to get more than 6 items of clothing. So I just thought that was a good buy. The other thing, sorry, my shoulder keeps coming off. The other thing that I liked in here is on the very back, it has it tells you about little sewing haberdashery type things, you know, the threads, the needles, thread organisers, things you can buy that might entertain you and, you know, help you out in your sewing. And at the very back they have an advert for getting embroidered labels for your clothes, where you can have just for you the bare necessities, so on, and you can have them made to whatever you want, really. Not the best ones, but if anybody would like to tell me where they would recommend the best I mean, I've seen some people with beautiful labels. I don't use labels, and Saturday Night Stitch mentioned that you just got herself some labels, and I was just wondering, I suddenly thought, well, where do you all get your labels from? Because I have seen some of you have some lovely labels, and perhaps you'd like to tell everybody where you got your labels from, because it, you know, it'd be nice to pass on that information. Other than that, what else can I tell you? Got a lot of garments to show you, which I shall put together in the next few days. I'll do a very brief one. I'm not going to dally too long, but because I don't want to be talking too much. I think people get bored with you talking. I think so. Anyway, I've put a little video at the start of this. I hope it amuses you. I might, every now and again, I'll put a little video up or something, attach it to this, just to show you little bits of what I do, where I, you know, the kind of things that I often put little videos together.